Hey guys, this is Brian from Woodencreationz. Today I want to talk to you about some cool inventions I'm working on for my local area Ozark Maker Faire. The very first one here that I've been working on, this is a clay roller. The way it works is you'll take your clay and stick it up here on the top. It'll tell you the direction in which to turn it. And I'm using some Lexan gears here I cut on the laser, as well as this side as well. I've got some plywood here that I've painted, and I've made some feet so I can use some clamps to clamp it on the table so when the kids are cranking it, it doesn't hop around. Now this is a piece of plywood and I cut it in this cool shape right here so I can zoom in with the camera, but this allows the plywood to actually be bendable, which is pretty cool. I've gone ahead and added the Maker Faire logo here on the back, and yeah.
So let's take a quick look at how I designed this and how I put it together. I located the Maker Faire logo on the internet and edited it in VCarve. Next I used Matthias Wandel's gear generator to create some gears. Then I glued them together to make an even larger gear. Next it was time for paint and time for the lettering to go on. I needed a strong base, but I had an idea on how to make a super quick one with less box joints. I made the ends with box joints, but also created centerpieces that had box joints as well for strength. It was time for the sides to go on, and I also added an accordion cut piece of plywood that could catch any accidentally dropped clay that was getting rolled. When it came to creating the handle, I created a jig to prevent the dowel rod from spinning as I cut it. The jig also provided an easy way to brace off the fence so I could cut a square in the end. With two Lexan gears glued together and painted white, I slipped them into place. I custom made a crank handle on the CNC, but mistakenly made my square a little too big. I fixed it by simply gluing and pounding in a shim to tighten the gap. For a handle, I cut a dowel rod and left the screw loose so it would free spin.
Let's take a look at my clay smasher that I've made. Now the clay smasher is used to kind of knead the clay and kind of warm it up. When it comes from the factory, it's a little bit stiff and it just needs a little bit of working. Now you can use your fingers and smash it and roll it, and that'll work as well too. But it's a little more fun if you've got a cool tool that's got a bunch of gears that can do it for you. Today I'm going to show you how I made it, and we start off with some gears. Now these gears were cut from Matthias Wandel's gear generator, and then this rack was also cut from the same generator. I went ahead and added a little small round piece down here at the end, and this will be the actual piece that smashes the clay. Whenever making gears, it's best, even if it's on a CNC, sometimes these get really hard, these pieces of wood, and you might hit a knot or something like that. It might have a little bit of deflection. The teeth may just be a little bit off, so my recommendation is when you stick it on there, watch and see if they're all the teeth are in the exact same spot. Sometimes they may just be a little bit shorter or maybe a little longer. If you got one that's a little longer, go ahead and file it down. Or you just might want to back up the gear a little bit if some of them are a little bit longer, or if the hole's not exactly straight, something like that. Just make sure you know exactly where it's at. I went ahead and labeled these top and bottom only because I've worked with them quite a bit and I know which one works better on top and bottom. Go ahead and take your rack here, and I'm going to put this down in the down position. And that way when they get done smashing it, it'll be in the down position. Wiggle it until it goes in nicely. And we've got it now. Hang on one second. Let me get this working. Alright, so there the handle is in the down position. For the handle here, I just went ahead and squared out a nice hole. I cut this on the CNC. Everything here is cut on the CNC. I've got a E3 CNC by Bob CNC. A little shout out to him. On this, this was actually a dowel rod, and it's round, and it actually looks like that one. So I whittled it down, and on the end, I used the band, so I kind of squared it up and put a hole into this nice handle, and that is how it's on there. It's on there with some wood glue, and we'll go ahead, and I've got the side here. My hole came out a little bit bigger. I didn't calculate that correctly, so I cut another piece and glued that in, which it won't matter. I've got dowel rods here that I'm sticking through these holes. Hold on the gears, and there we go. Now we've got a wonderful, I'll go up and down here, wonderful smasher, clay smasher.
To finish this project off, I used my Japanese pole saw to remove the excess dowel pieces, and then I countersunk screw holes in the base and screwed it together. Then I glued both base pieces to the bottom to provide excellent stability. I then glued on a circular platform for the smasher to rest on so it wouldn't hit the board seams. I have to say, both of these clay machines performed awesome and neither one of them broke. The Maker Faire was a great turnout this year and I had a full booth of kids making with Sculpey Bake clay. This year I offered something new, and that was templates for the kids to stamp out their clay. After the clay had been stamped, I would bake the clay in my toaster oven there at the show and have the kids return in about 15 minutes to pick up their creation. This is my third show I've done with Sculpey Bake clay, and it was for sure another successful year of making kids extremely happy. I want to thank Polyform, the maker of Sculpey, for helping sponsor my booth. Their clay is unlike any others on the market, as it won't dry out and it doesn't take a kiln to cure. I find it to be an excellent prototyping clay and an amazing company to work with. Being I was by myself at my booth, I was a full-time clay instructor, but I tried to take a few pictures of what the kids made when I had a moment to snap a pic. The excitement each kid got to come back and find their baked clay, well, that's what a Maker Faire is about. If you'd like to try a Sculpey Bake clay, you can save 20% off at checkout until September 25th, 2018 by using the promo code Woodencreationz. Instructions on the back of the box tell you how many minutes and the degrees to bake it at. Many people use it to sculpt with, design jewelry with, but I found it amazing at making indestructible clay prototypes.